They already have the Faith Office. They have a task force investigating anti-Christian bias. And now Trump has created a full-blown presidential commission on religious liberty. And wait till you hear who's on it. Welcome back to Theocracy Watch, fellow heretics, where we track the progression of authoritarian rule through the back doors of religion. Donald Trump stood in the White House Rose Garden and signed an executive order for forming the Presidential Commission on Religious Liberty. I popped a link into the chat if anybody wants to go take a look at the language there. The commission's mission: write a report on the foundations of religious freedom, identify what they perceive to be current threats to it, recommend legislative or executive actions to address them. They'll coordinate with the White House Faith Office and the Ambassador for International Religious Freedom, pushing their agenda both at home and abroad. The threats to religious liberty these coalitions fearmonger about, of course, are LGBTQIA rights, secular public institutions, or any attempt to hold religious power accountable. The true mission is more religious protections for bad behavior, but now from inside the federal government, and thus far, it's all based off of precious feelings and pulling out the victim card. Chairing the group is Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, Texas, who's long pushed religion into public schools and proudly calls America a Christian nation. The vice chair is Ben Carson, current HUD secretary, who gutted housing protections and once claimed the pyramids were used to store grain. Maybe he thinks that aliens built them too, who knows. Also on the roster, Franklin Graham, son of Billy Graham, now an architect of Christian nationalism. Oh yeah, we've talked about him before, right? Yep. He's used his father's name and built a platform that funnels federal money through Samaritan's Purse while lobbying to suppress gay rights. Paula White, a prosperity gospel televangelist and Trump's spiritual advisor, investigated for predatory fundraising and promoting theology, who also claimed that demons were interfering with election results. Eric Metaxas, a Christian nationalist commentator who notoriously punched a protester outside the RNC and laughed about it. And of course, there was no penalization there for him. Right. And yes, TV personality, Dr. Phil. He hasn't held a license. He hasn't held a license to practice psychology since 2006. His show has been accused of turning vulnerable guests into entertainment fodder, and he's been linked to sending teens to treatment centers where they are reportedly abused, tortured, and broken. His workplace environment has been labeled intimidating and racist, not to mention he's also a cheater. Wow, he's really a godly man, y'all. He's got a PhD, sure, but no oversight, no credentials, and a laundry list of ethical complaints. So naturally, he's advising the federal government on religious liberty. It's basically a dollar store Justice League of televangelists, conspiracy theorists, and one daytime drama TV host. This isn't just pageantry either. Trump spelled it out, and I quote, "They say separation of church and state. I said, let's forget about that for one time." That is out of his mouth. The Faith Office, the Anti-Christian Bias Task Force, and now this commission aren't standalone gimmicks. They are now becoming a part of a system, a pipeline, a new religious infrastructure funded by us, formalized by the government. Religious liberty should protect all of us, believers, skeptics, and everybody in between. But this isn't about liberty for all religious folk. These coalitions are filled with Christian Zionist nationalists. It is about their dominance. They're not protecting their beliefs. The laws already do that. They're turning belief into policy. Their declaration of freedom of religion now means freedom for one religion to reshape the laws into a theocracy the rest of us have to suffer under. And now they've moved into the West Wing. So until next time, keep your eyes open and stay curious, folks.
Wow.
Is that not it about this? You know, to what end? For religious freedom for whom and to what end?
True. Let me do this.
That's one hell of a lineup.
It really is. Go ahead.
I don't know what to say. I just feel like this is Freaky Friday. This is Bizarro World Justice League. You might know what?
And and what's the name of this office again?
Religious Commission. Hold on, I apologize. Let me get it.
Presidential Commission for Religious Liberty.
Thank you. Yeah, because it's a long.
And
I wrote it down.
And not any other religious leader is represented.
No, this is all Christian Zionist.
No other religion is.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, it should be really Christian religious liberty. I wonder how they feel about Muslims.
Yeah.
Where's the Muslims on this list?
Yep.
You know?
Muslims, the Sikhs, the Hindus.
Presidential Commission for
Buddhists.
Religious Liberty to Oppress Other People. Maybe we should rename it that.
That's.
But I mean, we're talking about some of the all right, so this is typical method of operation for Donald Trump to put the worst freaking people in there. I mean, into any position, you know. I guess from their perspective, he put the best people in there because they're going to fight the hardest for the worst, you know. Yeah. Goodness gracious. And then it's really what it's coming down to is they are weaponizing their faith,
Making it public policy.
Oh yeah.
That's not faith. That is just policy. That is just laws.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if you believe or not.
Yes, it's using policies and laws to back up their hate faith. And that's where it's going to get scary. I mean, this is just going to get, if it doesn't stop soon, it's going to get worse soon. And I don't remember the guy's name. Yeah. He was speaking yesterday, Haggis, I think. I want to think his name is Haggis or some business. And they're asking him, hey, why don't you just go after the people who are facilitating the immigrants and stuff like that, implying the Democratic leaders? And the guy was like, just wait till you see what we have coming.
Oh boy.
You know?
Oh boy.
Yikes.
So we'll see what happens. Good morning, Holy Shift. What a cool name. When fascism comes to America, it will be wrapped in the flag and carrying a cross. Absolutely. It is and is. Yes. Good morning, Henry Morris.
Yep.
I think people are going to be really shocked at the point where they're like, oh, okay, so they've recognized that this is happening, and they're like, maybe I should start going out and saying something, demonstrate. And then when the police start to take their freedoms away, then they're going to be super shocked, like, oh, so this is how it's been. I hope they get it. I hope they eventually get to that point.